Friends, so there was a long demand from the US NRIs. As you know, like the NRIs, it's the largest chunk in the US. Actually, it's the highest. So what I have attempted is an US NRI income tax calculator. That's from the NRI Wala. So it's a similar attempt what I have done for the UK. Okay, so let's see how it works. Okay, so it fetches what's the last close of the exchange rate. Okay, let's see if we can give some sample values and see how it works. So let's say if we have an US NRI, there's an Indian income, let's say like of rental income, let's say around 3 lakh. So these are all in yearly capital gains if you have sold some assets which are the long term in the nature, let's say around 3 lakhs again. Okay, then there is a capital gains again if it's a short term, if you have sold the shares or whatever, if it is like 12 months whatever the for the stocks and securities on the assets, if it is a 24 months, let's say if it's around 50,000, very modest. So interest incomes, let's say again 60,000. So dividend income, say let's we have a 30,000. Okay. Now this comes to this part. Okay. So the US income. So we have like USD. Say let's say I don't know the US salaries, but let's say if it is like $75,000. Okay. Capital gains if you have sold some shares, whatever the property, and I thought like it is not for the main property, if you have sold something else, the assets. So let's say we have a capital gains of something like $50,000. Okay, the rental income if you rented the property in US, so something like say around $15,000. Okay, interest income again if we are getting some interest income which is not municipal and savings bonds, I heard it's a tax free, so let's say around 5,000. And again dividend income if you have some the income from the shares or whatever, so let's say around $400. So these are all in the dollars, these are all the INR. Let's see how it works out. Okay, so again the disclaimer, this is just an experimental the estimator, just to understand how it works. And let's see. Oh, okay. So the Indian tax, you are in the 5%, and the US tax it's a 22%. So it will calculate the capital gains and the DTA applied. If we can get some credit back, so it's also converts into the USD and INR. Okay, that's a bit interesting about this notes. So US based NRI, if you have a green card or the citizen, you need to file worldwide income. Okay, so even if you are living outside, okay, that's how it's different, because the US calculates according to the, not according to the residency but according to the citizenship. Okay, so again, the way we have to file the Indian taxes, it's better because so it will start in like from the April 1st, okay, till the July 31st you can start. So even the US, it's typically the April 15th. That's when the most taxpayers have to file. But for the US NRIs, I think there is an extension for 2 months till June 15th. Okay, so now for the Indian tax, you can use this and register, okay, using the whatever the your details. Okay, and then if you go to the and you get that information, you get that ITR, and then go to the tax petty US, it's again branch of the tax petty, and say so you need to register because it's an like for the US tax authorities. So you need to fill this information. You can use this referral code to get some discount, I think, and then you should be good to go. So the calculator or the estimator has made some assumptions. As you know, the Indian CGT 12.5% and 20%. tax deductions, only the rental income is considered for 30%. The US has a standard deduction only for the single flyer, which is 14,600. So US long-term capital gains are 0, 15, 20%, but it is assuming for 15% for middle income earners. So it is not considered like for the low income for something like 40,000. US dividends are treated as ordinary dividends and taxed as a regular income. Social security, Medicare are not included, and the state income taxes are also not included. Yeah, this is just an like a simple calculator just to make you aware how we can file the Indian taxes as well as the US taxes. Hope it helps you guys. See you later then. Bye.